In our headlines this morning, Anambra State government seeks more collaborations in building new cities and extending boundaries of Awka and Onitsha. Provost Nwaforizu College of Education in Nsugbe, Professor Ndereka, cautions new students of the institution against cultism. Federal government to unveil radio station for adult education. A road mishap in Thailand leaves over 8 people dead. Good morning. Welcome to our breakfast news this morning. My name is Choma Uche. Monday sit at home has ended in Anambra State. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has fully restored socio-economic and academic activities. With renewed confidence and sustained peace, Anambra is back on the path of progress and prosperity. Be part of the success story. Anambra State government has expressed its readiness to forge a strategic alliance with telecommunications giant Globacom Limited to accelerate the state's transition into a premier digital hub in Nigeria. Speaking during a courtesy call by the Globacom leadership team at the government house, the secretary to the state government, Mrs. Chiamaka Aneke, emphasized that the state is currently undergoing a massive urban renewal and digital transformation. Mrs. Nake highlighted the governor's vision for expansion and modernization, stating that a state government is trying to build new cities and extending boundaries of Awka and Onitsha, which he muted as the kind of partnership needed by the present administration, while pointing out that a lot of collaborations are currently happening in those areas. She further detailed the administration's strides in integrating technology into public service, noting that the state has already established 22 smart schools and is aggressively implementing telemedicine services to provide quality healthcare across all local government areas, among other key areas. Earlier, the leader of the delegation, Mr. Adeni Adejani, Director of Enterprise Business Corporation at Globacom, commended Governor Chukwuma Soludo for his massive infrastructure projects, particularly in the areas of security and road networks and other infrastructure. Present at the meeting was Ms. Chinwe Okoli, the Special Advisor to the Governor on Innovation and Business Incubation and Chief Executive Officer, Solution Innovation District, who reinforced the government's commitment to the innovation economy, explaining that the administration is focused on turning Anambra youth into global professionals. The Provost Nwaforizu College of Education in Nsugbe, Professor Victor Ndereka, has cautioned new students of the institution against cultism and other related vices to achieve their academic aspirations. Correspondent Paul Izoke was there and now reports.
526 matriculation ceremony for NCE and degree programs. Professor Ndereka urged the students to be law-abiding and made it clear that law enforcement agents will not hesitate to arrest and prosecute anyone who forms or joins any outlawed organization, society, or breaks the law, stressing the need for them to imbibe the culture of discipline for which students of the institution are known, take their studies seriously, and aspire for excellence in order to be good ambassadors of their various families. He explained that the college has a lot of facilities and programs for extracurricular activities and skill acquisition, which are in line with Anambra State government's One Youth Two Skills initiative, urging the new students to endeavor to imbibe this spirit and skills to thrive in these areas. The provost thanked Governor Chukwuma Soludo for appointing him to the office and pledged to work with the management team, staff, students, and other stakeholders towards the realization of set goals. Taking of matriculation oath formed part of the highlights of the ceremony.
I also appreciate our governor, His Excellency Professor Chukwuma Soludo, for giving me the opportunity to serve this college I appreciate him for what he's doing here. I think the aim of Soludo, the governor of this state, is to transform this college to university status. And I buy into his vision.
From Nsugbe in Oyi Council area, Paul Ezoke, ABS News.
The federal government will soon inaugurate a dedicated radio station to broadcast lessons for adult and non-formal education learners across the country. Dr. John Ede, Director of Literacy and Development at the National Commission for Mass Literacy, Adult and Non-Formal Education, disclosed this in an interview with newsmen in Abuja. Dr. Ede, who is also overseeing the commission, said the initiative was approved by the Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, to expand access to learning in remote communities. He explained that radio remained the cheapest and most accessible medium for reaching marginalized and hard-to-reach populations. According to him, the station will broadcast literacy and vocational education programs nationwide and beyond Nigeria's borders. More than 8 people have been killed and dozens injured at a freight train crash into a public bus in Thailand's capital. Flames engulfed the bus and nearby vehicles near an airport rail link station in the center of Bangkok. Speaking to reporters at the scene, Deputy Transport Minister Simpon Angasuket said that all the bodies were found on the bus. It was not yet clear how many people were on board in total. Prime Minister Austin Chevuraku ordered an investigation into the crash. As the freight train rammed into a stationary bus and continued traveling, it dragged several nearby vehicles along with it before the bus burst into flames. And from our sports desk, Chelsea Football Club has appointed former Real Madrid and Bayer Leverkusen coach Xabi Alonso as manager of its men's team. The Spaniard will take charge at Stamford Bridge on January 1, 2026, on July 1, 2026 place, on a 4-year contract. Alonso, who guided Leverkusen to the first Bundesliga title in the German club's history, arrives at Chelsea as one of the most decorated coaches in European football. The club, in a statement released on Sunday, said his appointment reflected his confidence in his coaching quality, game model, leadership attributes, and integrity. Speaking on his appointment, Alonso said Chelsea's ambition aligned with his own. Chelsea is one of the biggest clubs in world football, and it fills me with immense pride to become manager of this great club. The club said it regarded Alonso not only as an outstanding football coach, but also a proven leader across areas essential to driving the team forward. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world via our website and www.absradiotelevision.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel on ABS Radio Television. Follow us on our social media handles at ABS Radio Television on Facebook, at ABS Radio TV on Instagram and X. Top stories once more. Anambra State government is seeking more collaborations in building new cities and extending boundaries of Awka and Onitsha. Provost Nwafo College of Education in Nsugbe, Professor Ndreka, has cautioned new students of the institution against cultism. Federal government to unveil radio station for adult education. And finally from here, a road mishap in Thailand has killed over 8 people. Remember that Monday sit at home has ended in Anambra State. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has fully restored socio-economic and academic activities. With renewed confidence and sustained peace, Anambra is back on the path of progress and prosperity. Be part of this success story. And that's our breakfast news this morning. My name is Sijoma. Good morning.